Go Chicken having a little fun with a competitor out there on the ice. We're having a lot of fun. Good crowd on hand at Muskegon's L.C. Walker Arena. Bob Trimble back here with a couple of general managers of our two clubs today, and that's, of course, Bill Inglis of Kalamazoo and Larry Gordon of Muskegon. Larry, we were talking in the break a little bit about expansion for the IHL this year, beginning for next year. Going out to Phoenix. That's going to be a tough road trip in January.
It really will. I think my players are already looking forward to it, and maybe they'll be practicing up their golf swings a little early next winter. But certainly addition of Phoenix to our league adds to the major markets that we're adding, and I think that's great for small cities like Kalamazoo and Muskegon to be able to say that we've played against these metropolitan giants like Milwaukee and Salt Lake City and Denver and Phoenix and Indianapolis, and it's always great to beat the big guys like that, and I think it's a promoter's dream. It's kind of the David and Goliath situation, to play against the big boys and beat them.
Feel the same way, Bill?
Right. Couldn't agree more, Bob. I think it's great. It's an identity for our league. As Larry said, the big boys, the Milwaukee's and the Phoenix. Phoenix were in the old Western Hockey League and the Central League for a number of years. They'll be known as the Roadrunners, as they were before, and I think from our standpoint, we're looking forward to playing them.
Now, you both have really worked on building great franchises here, and the commissioner has to be a help with that. Bud Poyle is going to be stepping down. He's going to be replaced by Tom Berry, who, the head of the officials. I'm sure you know both gentlemen quite well.
Yeah, Bud has dedicated his life to the game of hockey. He was a tremendous player that a lot of people, I don't think, realize. He won 2 Stanley Cups, was an all-star winger with both the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Detroit Red Wings, and we're going to miss him. He's been very instrumental in keeping the league together in some dark days when financially there was a lot of instability, and Bud was a key reason for the league surviving that period. He's been a key in expansion, and I think we'll miss him severely. As far as Tom Berry is concerned, he has a great background in both the business world and the hockey world, and I think you know, he'll do an admirable job.
And he's as close to the game as anybody, again, having been the head of the officials.
Right, Bob. He has worked with Bud out of the same office for the past 2 seasons, and Tom was a former owner in the World Hockey, where Larry originally came from. So Larry is well aware of Tom, and Tom of Larry, and his background really is in hockey, not only in the officiating end of it, but management, selling, and just selling the game of hockey. So we really feel comfortable with Tom coming on board, along with to have the likes of Bud Poyle to maybe steer him in the right directions for the first couple of months.
If we can, let's take a couple minutes to talk about your parent clubs. Obviously, Minnesota involved with a number of trades just before the deadline, getting rid of probably the most popular player, at least name-wise, in Dino Cicerelli. How has that affected you guys?
Well, not really, Bob. It's a case of we did not get any players from that transaction, so to speak. Minnesota with new management this year, they took their time, they evaluated their players, they're trying to strengthen as are all the NHL clubs at the cut-down date. And again, why they trade, they do not consult us in Kalamazoo, believe me.
Your team, the Lumberjacks, the parent club, the Pittsburgh Penguins, finally in the Mario Lemieux era, making the playoffs, and that has to make you guys happy down here as well.
It is, because we feel we had a little bit to do with that, and sending players like Jock Collender and Kevin Stevens and Dave McElwain, as I mentioned before. But a lot of people forget there were other great players that were up there that were developed right here in Muskegon. Guys like Frank Pietrangelo, who's now back with us, but played a number of games with them. And we take a lot of pride in the fact that maybe we had something to do with their success above. And that's, let's face it, what minor league hockey is all about. We are here to provide entertainment to the fans, but also to develop some hockey players for our parent teams.
It's been a great season. The playoffs are upcoming. How do you feel coming in?
For the first year, hopefully we probably won't play Larry and the Muskegon Lumberjacks in either the first or second round, Bob. Right now, with the new format, we really don't know who we're going to play. We hope that we're a healthy hockey club when we do enter the playoffs. And after that, I think with the teams in the league this year, it's anybody's ball game here. It's going to be a whale of a playoff series, every series.
And you're in first place right now, but once you get in the playoffs, it's the old adage, throw out the records, right?
That's right. I look back a year ago, Bob, and it doesn't take long to forget that we won the overall championship during the regular season and played the last place team, Flint, a year ago, but we were the ones that were swinging our golf clubs early because they knocked us off in the first round of the playoffs. It's an entirely new season. The adrenaline starts all over again flowing, and you start from scratch. And I think any team in our league, being as competitive as it is, has an equal chance.
And you've won a Turner Cup here, and you'd like to get one down there. It's been a few years in Kalamazoo.
Yeah, it certainly has, Bob, and who knows, this could be the year.
Okay, Larry Gordon and Bill Inglis. So we'll be back here at Muskegon's L.C. Walker Arena right after this break.